Welcome, 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 and yeehaw to all of you. It's Cavemen News 73, Rodeos 2. Wow, we've made it. We have arrived. Thank you, everyone. Cinderella. So, hey, come on. We don't need to boo. I get it. But please, get a hold of yourselves. In fact, I know it will cheer all of you up. Just bear with. Ladies and gentlemen, he's sometimes salto, but he's always sweeto. Put your hands together for Pepito! Oh wait, I forgot to turn off my, actually, let me take that again. Okay, we're getting some response. Pepito, it is fantastic to have you here. Who else could save the show? Pepito, I have only one thing that I want to ask you, that I have to ask you, that I am implored to ask you. Pepito, how are you?
So good.
So good. So good.
Beautiful. I love to hear it. Thank you, Pepito.
So good.
So
we had
good.
to have you. We had some long negotiations with Cave TV, and oh my gosh, I don't know. Hang on, Doug. Doug, what is wrong with you? Doug. Hey, come on. You are the best.
So good.
I think I know what I hear.
So good.
So freaking good.
Well,
So
thank you,
good.
Pepito. Hang on, I want to
So good.
just take a glance at the chat here. Yeah, Soy Teresa says
Out of
that
this
shirt.
world.
Brother Bink says, welcome back, Pepito. But as I was saying, we had some
Thanks,
tough
Brother
negotiations with Cave TV and
thank you,
put our
Soy
feet
Teresa.
down and demanded that Pepito make a return. And he is here. I don't know how many of you
And I'm branded.
are aware of this, but the reason this is Rodeos 2 is because exactly a year ago, well, maybe not to the day, but a year ago this week, we did our Rodeos episode, and it got lost to time, erased. It does not exist anymore. Pepito, do you have any memories about that episode? Okay. Well,
Brittany!
yeah, Brittany was
Pacemaker.
there. That was pretty fun.
She was there.
She was.
Her,
But the thing that
her
stands
friend
out to me... Oh,
was
was
there.
that episode when Brittany called into the show or guested on the show while she was walking around downtown Carlsbad with her friend? That was that episode? Wow.
Yeah.
Who can remember? That is crazy. But the thing I remember about that episode is, oh yeah, she was at Lucy's, wasn't she? Baxter asks if Nurse Shane Andrews
Yeah, it
was
was
in
like
that
prom night.
episode. And that would be no. That was the stunts episode. Correct? Because you did your
Oh.
wild stunt. Right?
Yeah. Correct.
thought so.
So correct.
Anyway, the thing that I think about the most
I
on
didn't
that
know Baxter
episode.
knew that much about.
Oh, he knows all. The thing I remember is the beat you made. So Pepito, do you mind if I play your beat again from the original Rodeos episode? There's a delay.
No, let's do it.
Perfect. Here it goes. That's beautiful.
He's done it! He's done it! My God, he's done it! Written that $100,000 book.
Wow, $100,000 bowl.
Yeah.
Soy Teresa in the chat informs me that there is a delay. That
did it.
is awful. I hope it doesn't ruin things because I'm too excited about this episode. Is there anything that you need to say before we get started, Pepito?
Oh. Kind of excited about the new Roadrunner Wile E. Coyote movie
Oh, wow.
that's finally being released.
I
That
never
was
heard
shot in
about that.
Albuquerque, starring Will Forte.
What? It's live action?
Yeah, because it never got released.
But it's
So-
it's not a cartoon?
Yeah. And
What?
shot in Albuquerque.
I feel like you're pulling my leg. That's too good to be
I
true.
guess. Maybe some parts.
Brother Bink says he saw it being
That's what I
filmed in
thought when I
downtown
heard it.
Albuquerque. Jeez. I do want to see that. I love the
See.
Roadrunner and
Brother
Wile E.
Binks.
Coyote. I'm more of a Wile E. Coyote fan myself. What about you? Are you a Wile E. man or a Roadrunner man?
Yeah. Wiley.
Okay, absolutely. Me too. I think that we should.
He should have.
Soy Teresa says McGruber versus Acme. Beautiful. Don't you think we should start the show? Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. Here we go.
Start. If I was in the chat, I would be saying, "Start the show."
I know you
So,
would.
Start
Absolutely.
the show.
Okay.
Soy Teresa. Oh yeah.
The Conda Customs. I can't figure out how to angle that right. Okay, there it is. There's my Nike Conda Customs. Boots are off for Barrett, and I'm ready to start the show after I get one shot of Okay, I can't find Cobra. That's ridiculous. I've gotten so bad at this. Alright, I give up. Pepito, let's start things off. This is Rodeos 2, as I spent a long time declarating. Big sip. That was weird. Okay. This first one, our story of the day, and little spoiler, this is all one story. I started researching rodeos, and believe it or not, I got bogged down because I found one story I liked so much. I just want to spend the whole episode talking about that. Here we go. This is May 26th, 1940. Wildest roping feud in Southwest, staged here. Why is it not showing up on the screen? That is ridiculous. Hang on. I need to figure this out. I mean, we're delaying, and now I can't see my things. Pepito, tell me a joke.
If you visited Carlsbad,
Or shedding hair. Or shedding lint as their arms and
Please?
legs are brushing together and walking along the trail. And all this stuff builds up.
Or
Or shedding hair. It's just nasty.
Pepito, please, tell me a joke. I love your samples.
Stop shedding hair at the caverns, y'all.
Okay. That's not a joke.
I don't have any jokes.
Why not? What about... I mean, you know where the King of England keeps his armies, don't you? Yes? No?
No, I don't. Where does he keep them?
In his sleeveys. Get it? Okay, I think I have it figured out. You didn't laugh? That's not funny?
Yes.
Okay. Jeez. Alright, perfect. Here we go.
Wildest.
Wildest roping feud in Southwest, staged here. How excited are you so far on a scale of 1 to 10? This is a big delay.
20.
Beautiful. Carlsbad was the scene of one of the most unusual roping contests in the history of cowboy sports back in the summer of 1904. I don't know a ton of roping contests, but I'm not surprised to hear that Carlsbad is number one. Do you know any Dark Farts says, I hope Cobra makes
Ropers?
a cameo wearing a little cowboy hat. He absolutely could. I don't know where his little cowboy hat is. I wish I would have thought of that. Jeez.
Oh.
He has a little red one. It's beautiful. I almost got a cowboy hat today, but
Dark
I
Farts,
didn't.
welcome to the chat.
Yeah. It's wonderful to have you. Yeah, he has... In Cobra's cat closet, he has a beautiful cowboy hat. Here we go. More about this roping feud. First off, do you have any favorite roping feuds?
Those famous roping feuds?
Yeah, do you have a
No, I
favorite?
do not. I
Okay.
have my favorite set of ropers
Who are they?
on that show with John Ritter, Three's Company.
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
The
Mr.
Ropers.
Roper. I
Isn't
get
that
it.
his
You're
landlord?
funny. See, you say you don't have any jokes, but come on, you do. All right. Well, you're about to have a favorite
I know.
roping contest. Here we go. when a feud fanned by barroom conversation developed into a $1,000 wager match between Clay McGonigal, one of the greatest steer ropers of all time, and I do have a picture of Clay McGonigal. Boom. Doesn't that just look like a world-class steer roper to you?
That hat.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Love his outfit.
Absolutely. And Saul Schoonover.
Soy Teresa says he looks like an all-timer.
He does. Okay, so and Saul Schoonover, picturesque king of gamblers and cowboys. He sounds beautiful, doesn't he? He's picturesque. Oh my gosh. Well, I was unable to find a picture.
Because Schoonover's here.
Oh my gosh, he's so picturesque and beautiful. What a cowboy. What a mine. Baxter says the great-great-grandfather of Callie McGonigal.
Baxter
CHS
says
class of
the
2004.
great-great-grandfather of Callie Mc...
I just read that. Yeah. But that's exactly what I was thinking. Is that the Callie McGonigal?
Show.
Anyway, as I was saying, I can't find any picture of this. What is he? A picturesque gambler icon? So I asked the people at Cave TV, and they hooked us up with a courtroom sketch artist, you know? You know the courtroom sketch artists. Don't you?
Oh, yeah. They told me I was not good enough to do.
Well, I don't know. I think you can make it. Anyway, Cave TV has a courtroom sketch artist as a part of their staff, and they loaned them out to us to make a drawing of what they think Soul Schoonover looked like. So he's got those beautiful eyes, that wonderful mustache, and he's got a jack and a 2, and that may seem like, oh, those aren't good cards to have, but it works because he's a world-class gambler. He's one of the best gamblers. So even with bad cards, he can win, you know? That's the way I see it. Thank you, Cave TV court sketch artist. You did a wonderful job. Why am I... I have no idea what my shorthand here means.
Your name's not worth being known.
Okay. Hundreds of visitors from throughout the Southwest.
King of gamblers of the next cowboy.
Yes. Yeah, nobody ever does call Soy Teresa that. I will admit that she does not get called that. Here we go. Moving on. Hundreds of visitors from throughout the Southwest flocked to Carlsbad to attend the big steer roping contest. That is beautiful. Oh wait, okay.
Hundreds.
I wish I could have seen this. Let's see. I see that all the time. I need to stop saying that. Many long-term residents of Carlsbad, including Cicero Stewart, Pat Toner, Joe Johns.
It's like cool name hour.
Exactly. Bill and Frank James. Carl Joe and Marvin Livingston. Joe Welch Sr. And many others. Which I'm already You had me at Joe John's.
And senior.
Absolutely. Joe
Toner
Welch
and
Jr.
Cicero.
might have even been there. I don't know. Could have been. All those people we
Except
just
fuck
named
those camps.
recall the roping match as
Recall
one of
the
the
roping
most
match.
colorful contests ever held in this country of cowboys and rangers. And that's beautiful. I do think of us as a country of cowboys and rangers. If Will Rogers were alive today,
With colors.
he too could bear witness, for so great was the fame of the two mighty cowhands that visitors came from far and near, and Will was in the audience. How do you like that, Pepito? Will Rogers himself.
That's so beautiful.
What?
I'm a mighty cowhand. I came from near.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Will Rogers and McGonagall were great friends, and Will once said Clay was the wittiest cowboy he had ever known. I don't know much about Will Rogers.
Oh.
You do? Do you?
Me either.
Oh,
I just know that name.
yeah, exactly. It's just a name that I am familiar with. Clay was just back from South America, where he had helped several other salty cowhands make monkeys out of South American gauchos, who thought they were the best in the world. Boo.
Oh, wow.
And maybe they were good, but I'm sorry. If you're not Carlsbad, you're not gonna win. Nobody can outrope a Carlsbadian. I'll say it. Do you agree? Do you second it?
Absolutely.
Oh, thank you. Beautiful.
Chef Pete. Well,
Oh my gosh.
with his al dente noodles.
Spaghetti? Possibly. Oh, wait. Okay, now... wait.
That-
Cinderoni is telling me the delay is really bothering. Pepito. Hello? Okay. I'm going to reboot everything. Everybody, we're going to go offline for just a second. We'll be back in 2 minutes. I'm just going to turn everything back on again. We're going to take 5. All right, Pepito, stay in the ninja. I believe we are doing it. I'm just going to get chat pulled up. Do you have any stories you can tell me to kill time for 2 minutes while I pull up chat?
Okay.
You got this. The floor is yours, dude. Come on. Tell me anything. Make something up. Tell me something you just watched. Anything.
Damn.
You
Well,
got this, dude. Just
like
do it.
this
Just
guy.
say anything. I know
I
you
found a
can
pair
do
of
it.
sunglasses.
Yeah, where at?
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I want to
And
hear
I found
more.
$20.
Please
And
continue.
I got tip $10. And then I saw that rockabilly band. They
Oh,
came to
yeah.
the Stevens
Well,
Inn.
Explain that. You only texted that to me. You haven't said anything to the people. Explain this rockabilly.
Well, yeah, they played all these rockabilly classics.
Beautiful.
Whole lot of shaking going on.
Excellent.
Their hair was slicked back.
Um,
One of them had a stand-up bass,
beautiful.
and he would twirl it around sometimes.
Dang.
Like,
Can anybody in the
ooh.
chat let me know if the delay is any better? Okay. I don't know. Pepito, let's just keep moving.
For sure.
Ain't that the caveman news way? To just
Yeah.
take a lick and keep on
Go.
hitting? Okay.
Hit the ground running.
Absolutely.
We need a Paul Hart spot.
Sample?
Yeah. What do you call those things on here?
I have no idea.
Um,
I don't know if
That's what I
anybody
think of
can hear
Trump's
us. I
wall.
don't know what's going on. I'm hoping somebody in the chat will tell me if the delay is any better. But I feel silly just... I think we should just move on with the show. People will...
Yeah.
Maybe they're not watching. I don't know. Hang on. Ask Pepito question.
And I'll tell you.
Okay, Pepito. Okay, it seems better. All right. Shall we continue?
Yes.
All right. So where we just left off, Clay just got back from South America, where he had helped several other salty cowhands make monkeys out of South American gauchos, who thought they were the best in the world. And I will say this: I do believe that they were possibly the second best in the world. I'm not sure what's causing this delay, but rest assured, before next Sunday's episode, we're going to test this out a few times and get to the bottom of it. Right, Pepito?
Yes.
It's our first time back with
a cowhands.
Yes, absolutely.
And we'll
Let's
make
move
monkeys
on.
out of
I
the other
hate
Twitchers.
that just talking about technical stuff forever, when this is such a beautiful story.
And here's what I think of Trump's wall.
Wow, that's really weird. I can't. Alright, I'm hearing that it's better. I'm about to get really bogged down wondering why Soy Teresa's name in the chat went from green to light blue, but that's a mystery for another day. Let's continue. This is a beautiful story. An Englishman down in South America who had seen American cowboys perform and had tired of hearing braggadocio of the gauchos, wagered a tidy sum that American cowboys could show them up as a bunch of ninnies. Am I allowed to say that? Is that...
Ninnies.
Yeah, I don't know. Is that... Should somebody be canceled for saying ninnies? I don't know.
Am I allowed to say braggadocio?
Braggadocio.
Gaucho.
Golly. There's a word I don't say a lot. I wasn't prepared. As frequent viewers will know, I have these cards made out for me by Cave TV, so I don't...
Frequent viewers?
Yeah.
You.
Exactly. All of you that are watching right now are frequent viewers. All right. The Britisher, which also seems like something I shouldn't be allowed to say. You Britisher. The Britisher sent to Carlsbad for contestants, as many lived in this area, and that makes a lot of sense to me. If you're going to try to find the best ropers in the world to battle the gauchos, you're not going to go to Artesia, which, as people will know, Artesia is here in the Boozoo. They are not as good. Do you see the Boozoo? Okay, beautiful.
More like Fartesia.
Golly, don't say that. Pepito, don't do it to him. Wait,
Pink slipper.
Spence Joel, now of Tucumcari, Wild Horse Hill, now of California, Red Driver, and Rancher northwest of Albuquerque, Asa Draper, and McGonigal were among those from here who answered the call for the roping and riding performances in South America. Once again,
It should be a movie.
beautiful names. What?
They got the best ropers
Yeah, I know.
this summer.
It constantly, things we discuss on this, I'm like, God, that should be a movie. I'm like, okay. Not everything can be a movie, but heaven help me. Next week I'll be
This is like
telling a story
it's
and I'll
like
be like,
Cool
wow,
Runnings.
this one should be a movie. Yeah.
it's
Absolutely.
like the Mighty Ducks.
Soy
ropers.
Teresa says, Pepito, make the trailers for us, please. Can you imagine if you made little trailers for like stuff like this? Oh my god.
One Britisher.
Oh my gosh. And we still need to get another follow-up
Several Carlsbad ropers.
We still need someday another follow-up to all my Pepitos, but I'm getting off on a
3.
tangent.
Pepitos 3.
But yeah, Red Driver, Asa Draper, Wild Horse Hill. Golly.
Badasses.
One Picturesque Gambling Man. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Salty
Beautiful.
Cruise.
Okay, I need a
Making
different card now.
braggadocio gauchos.
And this one says, the gauchos could stick to a bronc like mustard plaster. You ever use mustard plaster?
Mustard plaster. All the time. I put on my sandwich.
Hang on, I'm gonna put the
Sticks
microphone next to
sticks the turkey
Snoring
to the
Dove.
bread. Doug, wake up.
And he stopped snoring as soon as I put the microphone in front of him. He's tricky like that.
Doug, quit writing in your journal.
Yeah.
Wearing that green sweater vest
Okay.
every
Let's-
fucking day.
All right. So good, in fact, that the Carlsbad Cowhands coached their Bronx mains. Hang on, roached their Bronx mains to prevent gauchos riding them bareback in the moonlight, just for the fun of it. I have no idea what
Hang
that
on, I'm
means.
being roached.
Going around roaching their hairs.
Tired of being
Yeah.
Bronx.
Sweet Teresa says, so many of these words are not in the Bible. Absolutely. I wonder what that means, but I don't know what they did, but they did something to make it to where the gauchos couldn't go riding their broncs in the moonlight. And that sounds like a funny prank. I mean, what else are you
For the
going to
fun
do
of
in 1904?
People,
See?
animals.
The Carlsbad Cowhands attained great success as ropers and riders in South America. Of course they did. I'm not surprised. You're not gonna make my jaw hit the floor telling me things like this. Their pictures had
Carlsbad
appeared
technique.
in all the papers in America, and it is said that the rodeo hands felt a bit chesty when they returned amid the plaudit and praise of hometown friends. Okay, so there's some other words that I don't hear too often. Plaudit? I'm going to start calling you chesty.
So freaking good.
Thank you.
I am chesty.
I think you are. You got that barrel. What's in that barrel,
Those
boy? Okay.
Those
it is
moves.
Also, It is also probably true that the green spark of envy flashed in the eyes of some of the boys they left at home. I am sure it did.
Great spark of envy.
Anyway, that sounds like me. I swear, I love this article. This is written in 1940, and I just like the way that this journalist writes. Anyway, when the drinks were being served at the old Lone Wolf Saloon, now location of the Cavern Bar, the Lone Wolf Saloon. That reminds me,
Uh-oh.
the other outlaw city, Phoenix and Lone Wolf. Doesn't that remind you? Ring a bell?
Yeah, vote Conda.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Don't vote Brother Binks. Vote me for mayor of Phoenix and Lone Wolf when we revive them. Just give us a minute and we will do it.
Brother Binks only watches.
Okay, hang on. But
He only watches
Lone Wolf.
Cavemen News. Every other one.
Yeah. Okay, this is January 19th, 2014, this article. Co-owners of the Wolf Saloon were Tom Gray, the man who built the first home in Carlsbad on South Canyon Street. Alright, so this is a bit of a detour because we all of a sudden got mentioned of this contest being spurred by people bragging in a bar, and it happened to be the Lone Wolf Saloon. So I think what Cave TV has done here is said, let's talk more about the Lone Wolf Saloon. You follow? No? Okay. Well,
okay,
then,
TV.
all right. But where are we at? So the owners of the Wolf Saloon were Tom Gray and Dave Kemp. Hang on. Bum bum bum.
You's a fool, baby. What's wrong with you, man?
Yes, Dave Camp,
Sick.
thank you. You are a
Sick.
fool, baby. There you are on the boozoo. Let's see. I need to hear more. Wolftown, mentioned in area newspapers from 1889 to 1899, was also referred to as Wolf or Lone Wolf. Gray became the mayor of Wolftown. Now that's very cool to me. I did like the name Lone Wolf, but Wolftown, knowing that it's also AKA Wolftown, I like the name Wolftown better. Yeah, I need to amend my shirt and say I'm running for mayor of Wolftown as well. I like that. I want to hear more about Wolftown. A stuffed wolf was believed to have been displayed outside of the entrance of the Wolf Saloon, located outside the jurisdiction of Eddie in the early 1890s. No newspaper entry ever says exactly where the wolf was placed within the school section, but logic seems to dictate that it would have been located as near Eddie as possible, about today's 1002 West Church Street. Cinderoni, I would also
Cinderoni
frequent
said,
the Wolf Saloon. But now we have an address. It was about 1002 West Church Street. And let's look at the map. I'm being told. Hang on. I'm being told by Cave TV that we have a map we can pull up. Wait. No. Why am I already off? Okay, but here's the map.
PR Lava.
And yeah, and you see
Cave
the
wash.
red
What's that?
is the marker where Wolftown was. And for reference, you can see PR Lava there. And Becky's Drive-In. So, yes.
Fascinating.
Beautiful. So it was right there. And that's where it will be again. We're going to have to bring back... I think I might bring back Wolftown
Cristiana Spiritual.
in that little park. You know? That was a nice park. I like that park. Now, why did I...
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I was just a bit off in my buttons. Which happens. I hear it happens to the best of people. Moving on. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Pepito. Kemp and Gray shared not only ownership of the Wolf Saloon, they shared lucrative profits. The thriving business had frequent deliveries of whiskey, beer, wine, and cigars. To go with the spirits and smokes, there were gambling and dances. Beautiful. I mean, that's the way to do it.
Oh, but it was a camp-owned bar.
They're smoking, they're drinking, they're dancing, they're gambling. Huh. Yeah, okay, sorry.
All the good stuff.
Absolutely. Okay. I need to move on to my next card. On February 15th, 1890, a newspaper account tells that the town company founders of Eddy were seriously contemplating opening another road to the Avalon Dam that bypassed Temptation, which was their name for Wolftown. Isn't that
Temptation.
sick? I don't know. I love the name Wolftown. Yeah. I'm really into that. But I love calling it Temptation. That's beautiful. Going down to Temptation to attend the Wolf Saloon. Oh my gosh. I was born in the wrong time. I missed out.
Sinners.
As Soy Teresa says, can't even handle driving past it. Gotta make a whole new road. I agree. Okay, hang on. I got a little sidetracked. And that happens. It's healthy. Okay. Oh, yeah, this one. 36. On March 29th, 1980, another tidbit of information about Wolftown appeared. It read, Kemp and Gray of Wolftown have just received a big supply of Bell Bourbon, the liquor so highly esteemed by invalids. And I said that wrong. I said 1980. It should have been 1890. But, gosh, Bell Bourbon. The invalids loved it. Again, I'm not sure I should be saying that.
Invalids.
That seems like I should say and, bleep it like that.
So freaking good.
I agree, Pepito. Yeah, so Teresa says, where can I get some of that? I agree. And there's the original newspaper from 1890 where they say that the Bell Bourbon is highly esteemed by invalids, which is beautiful. I love it. In June of 1892, it was reported that Gray sold any saloon interests he had, although it was reported that Gray built or purchased a saloon in Loving during the early 1920s. Okay, I'm gonna have to look into that. I'm gonna have to. The chat is making me laugh. But I need to learn more about this mayor of Wolftown moving to Loving and opening a saloon there. There has to be a story there. Maybe we can finally have our honorary mayor of Loving, Chris Kirby, on the show. The Wolf of Loving, says Soy Teresa. Ooh la la. Again, I think that Caveman News is the most romantic stream out there. It's gotta be. Don't you agree?
Absolutely.
Thank you. See,
I knew
Oh.
the mayor of Loving
oh yeah?
that got arrested at Walmart.
Oh yeah, for shoplifting.
yeah.
We did have
And then I
a
knew that the sheriff that got arrested for stealing toys for tots.
right. We did have a request from our technical consultant Kirby saying that we should do an episode on Loving someday.
Kirby.
So
Yeah.
maybe we can talk about this mayor of Wolftown and his saloon. And we can finally have Kirby on the show.
Wolf of Loving.
We had an episode dedicated to Kirby. It was like episode 5, the Chris Kirby episode. And he did not appear on it. He's never been on the show. Okay. It was
Premiered the
wild
Prairie
times.
Dog video.
We did. It was beautiful. Kemp's trouble seemed to accelerate. It seemed Sheriff Kemp owed the country $5,362 for penalties collected but not surrendered. Eddie Argist, July 1893. Are you surprised?
No.
I'm not either. I
Kemp's
will
a
say
very
it,
shitty person.
I will say it right here and right now that Dave Kemp is a bozo. He's always on some BS. Absolutely. And I keep finding out more about him and his exploits. Okay, so that little sidetrack, we got sidetracked there because if you recall, we're talking about McGonagall and Schoonover. Remember them boys?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
A long
I
time
was
ago.
gonna say, oof. But their wager for $1,000 started when they were drinking at the Wolf Saloon owned by Gray and homeboy Kemp. Yeah. Okay. Am I on the right one? Okay, here we go. Yep. We're back on track. We're back to the boys. McGonagall and Schoonover had always been slightly crossed, old-timers recall, and the conversation soon waxed warm. Again, this is some outdated speak to me. I would think waxed warm means they're friendly? Isn't that what that would mean to you?
Waxed warm.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be a good thing?
Sure.
I don't know. But I think they're trying to say
Yeah,
that
they were
things
crossed.
got. Yeah, I don't know. Let's find out more. Sol Schoonover, who used to twirl a wicked loop when he punched cows around San Angelo, told Clay he could outrope him with both hands tied behind his back. Boom. Now that is some grade 8 trash talk. I don't even know how you would.
He punched horses.
Yeah, he was a cow puncher. Or was it cow puncher or horse puncher? Let me see. When he punched cows, he twirled a wicked loop. That waxed hot. It truly did. I think so. Okay. Where are we at? We're at. Alright. No. Okay. Animal puncher either way. Thank you, Brother Binks. It was then that Clay responded to his most ardent heckler with the proposition that he could rope and tie 10 steers while Saul roped and tied 1. Boom. That is an insult. That is slapping somebody with your glove. That is disrespect. I mean, if I challenged you like that, if I told you I could rope a steer with both hands tied behind my back before you could rope one normal, wouldn't you get all sad and mad at me about it?
Yes. My eyes are green with envy.
As they should be.
As you braggadocioed
Gaucho
style.
Okay.
Because our conversation across.
I think Yes, I'm being told here by my phone timer that we are at our hour limit. Ain't that sad, Pepito?
Very sad.
I know.
That we had technical difficulties.
I know. But that is kind of where we have to call it for tonight. That's just... Soy Teresa, I agree. And in an unprecedented move, I am making the executive decision that in 2 weeks' time, we're going to return for Rodeos Part 2. Or wait, maybe it's Rodeos 2, Part 2. And yeah, Soy Teresa says Pepito is great. In the chat,
you're great.
Please
You're
let me know. Does Tuesday nights Tuesday nights work for you guys?
Tuesday.
Because what if Caveman News moved to Tuesday nights so that Pepito could be here every week? Soy Teresa says, yeah, sure, why not? Anybody else? Okay.
No, absolutely not.
All right, then I say we move it to Tuesdays from here on out. Yeah, the 24-hour news. I'm telling you, Pluto TV, we have over 24 hours of content. They could just play our stuff in a loop. It would be beautiful. Yeah, what happened to Dog Treat General? I do wonder about that. But I say we move to Tuesdays, and Pepito, you join me here next Tuesday.
Cool.
All right, beautiful.
I love it.
Unfortunately, oh my gosh,
I'll be here. Oh, hey,
I am being told, hang on. Yes, I'm being told here by Cave TV that they already put in the date being next Sunday for our next episode. But when that comes on the screen, just correct in your mind that it's the Tuesday. We're going to be in a week, Tuesday, not Sunday. But Pito, I was so excited to have you back on the show. I forgot the 2 new traditions that we have on this show. And it's going to fall on you. Pepito, what is our lyric of the week?
what?
You got this.
Every good thing comes my way. Need a cigarette to make me feel better.
All right. Who's that?
Addison Ray.
Okay. Well, thank you. That is your lyric of the week. And last thing, we need you to tell us, who are you inviting to be a guest on the show?
Oh, Adam the Woo.
Antha Wu.
Come
Okay.
on the show.
I'm not sure who that is, but
Adam
you are
Bowu.
hereby invited to be on Cavemen News. Baxter, we're going to miss you being in Puerto Rico, but I think
Wow.
moving to Tuesday nights so that we can have Pepito on the show with us, it's going to be beautiful. And I think that's enough. Do you have any closing words, Pepito?
Jeez. Just come back and hang out again.
Well, you come back and
Kinda
hang out.
really
I'm here
works
every week.
Hard.
All right.
He's the best.
In 2 weeks, we're going to do Rodeos 2, Part 2. But next week, we have something a little special. I hope that you will join us as we discuss Bears 2. It's the month of doubles. I hadn't really thought about it, but
Double me.
we did. May was Bears, Rodeos 2, and then we'll do Bears 2 and Rodeos 2. Yet, next week, Bears 2. We're going to. In Bears 1, we talked all about El Patron. Next week, we're going to talk about other bears. I'm trying to remember if there's anything else I
There's
need to do
So
before
many
I
bears.
close this thing out. I don't think there is.
Los osos.
Los
Los osos peludos.
Oh, wait. Okay. We're Dafu. 1, 3, 1, 2. If you're here next week, then Pepito and I will both see you. And that is Tuesday.
Tuesday. See you next Tuesday.
Out of this world. 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 Out of this world.
Happy trails to you. 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 Happy trails
New Mexico.
to you. Happy trails to you. Happy trails to you. Happy trails